Alrighty. Welcome in, y'all. I do not know if you guys can hear me. Okay, we can hear. We can be heard. Alright, we're gonna play. This is Gidget, the Mysterious Thievery of Hoppity Town. It looks cute. I have been wanting to play it for a bit. It seems absolutely adorable. So I'm gonna check settings real quick. Windowed, after choices, check speed. Gonna SFX up, so we're gonna lower the music just a bit. New game. Good morning, ladies, gents, and non-binary friends. Slippy here from Froggy News Reporting. It's now 6 in the morning in Hoppity Town, and it seems the day will start out bright and sunny. But don't let your guard down, my slippery frogs, because clouds will cover the sky in the afternoon, and there's a big chance of rain. So, if you'd rather not get soaked to the skin, better be sure to carry a lotus leaf umbrella with you. Wouldn't want to ruin that nice shirt you got as a present, am I right? Good day, everyone. Slippy out. Cute. So this is like a granny. It's like an older lady. So we're gonna have to give her like some sort of old granny voice. Because I wrote down their pronouns and their like what their style of voice is. That way, when I do this, I had a way of referencing the names and like that sort of thing. Oh. So we have, this is Mrs. Lollyhops. I almost said lollipops. Lollyhops, which is a very cute name given what she looks like. Oh, I need to put my candle out. I just realized I still had it going. No, go out, damn it. I don't want that going behind me while I try to stream. She's very old lady though. Oh dear. Rain. Sure hope no one gets sick. My kids are so scatterbrained these days that they forget to take care of themselves properly. Well, although there is nothing a warm cup of tea and a few of my homemade swamp cookies can't cure, she deserves to have a southern grandma accent. Yeah, okay, that's what we're given. Ah, speak of the frog, they must have finished bacon. Whatever could those sounds be? I think they came from downstairs. Hi! My beautiful bakery! Could have... No! Stop, thief! My mittens! Oh, that's sad. Oh, this is Gidget. Gidget is she, they, and has, like, I don't know, I feel like she should deserve the main protagonist voice of, like, every anime, being, like, very helpful, very, very much upbeat. Phew! Finally done! Crest, what time is it? Uh, almost 11:30 a.m., Gid. Crest has a she they dislike messes and seem like the very what is it? The very fidgety side character. Gidget's morning. Gidget's office morning. What? No! We lost the whole morning! We were supposed to go to Miss Lollyhops later. Seriously, that again? You know I can't live without my morning special, Crest. I need sugar in my system. Ugh, for the love of frog, pull yourself together already. If I hadn't convinced you to clean your office, you would have put it off. Again. Ugh, come on. A little dust and occasional sweets never hurt anybody. A little. Occasional? Are you being serious right now? You would have drowned in a mountain of papers and sugar if I hadn't stepped in. Ugh, jeez, what are you, my mom? Ugh, might as well be. Crest! I'm just messing with you, kid. As long as the office doesn't turn into a pigsty, it's okay to be a little messy. Just remember that it's important to have a neat-looking place if you expect to get more clients. I hate it when you're right. What's that, kid? You say something? Shut it, you! Oh well. Oh, for the love of... I know it's not that early, but come on! Does he have to make all that noise every time? Guess he must be feeling really energetic, huh? Gidget, Croak is always energetic. Okay, so he's very much not anxious, but like more of like very worried and very monotone. At least he rings the doorbell, right? Ugh, I'll get it. Croak! Okay, he's a police officer, so we need to give him like I don't know what voice to give him. Cause let's see, we give Granny a what is it? Old lady, Southern lady voice. He kind of deserves an old lady Southern, not old lady, but old. He deserves Southern voice, but I don't know. It's Criminal. Hello to you, Croaky. Oh, hi, Midget. Bridget. Gidget. Please don't tell me it's another one of your let's see who can catch the criminal first nonsense. Nonsense? I'll have you know the police force is extremely proficient at doing their job. And unlike you private investigators with your questionable methods, we do it all in the name of the law. Real justice always prevails. Huh. Right. That's why I feel the need to give you a hint every now and then. Or you private investigators would be at a constant impasse. Well, I don't doubt for a second that the police are more than capable at catching criminals, and getting a bit of info from an officer himself isn't something I'm about to reject anytime soon. Right. I knew you'd understand, Gidget. Then again, not all police officers have citizens' best interests at heart. There are some cases they deem unimportant, and that's why we also need private detectives. Don't you think different skills and abilities should have a bigger purpose than just competing with each other? Yeah. Then tell us, Mr. Policeman, what's got you in such a hurry? That's right. I almost forgot. Miss Lollihops, that's gonna fuck me up. Miss Lollihops' mittens were stolen! What? I came straight from her home. She actually wanted to see you, Gidget. But she's afraid of another burglary taking place at her bakery, so she doesn't want to leave. Ugh, Miss Lollihops. Wait a minute. This isn't the first thievery this week, isn't it? Now that you mention it, unfortunately not. There have been a few more cases of home burglary these days, but the rest is classified information, so I can't tell you anything. What you told us was still really helpful. Thank you, Croak. No problem. But, anywho, I must return to my own investigation at once. May the best detective catch the culprit. Adios. He's like a flash of lightning, that guy. Don't you think so, Gid? Gid? So, according to Croak, Miss Lollihops' mittens weren't the first stolen item this week. Do you think it's the same culprit? Already flipped your switch, huh? And you didn't even have any sweets yet. Guess that means we should visit Miss Lollihops then. Killing two birds with one stone, are we? You know me so well. It was a good thing we cleaned up then. Now you'll be able to find your stuff more quickly. Aside from your magnifying glass, which may as well be a part of your body, you do remember where you put your other tools, right? Yeah. About that. Gidget? Stop nagging, will you? I could find them just fine. Now, where did I put my tools? I already have my magnifying glass, so I need to be finding my notebook, my pen, and my gloves. Tutorial, it's time to investigate! Gidget won't be able to use their full potential if she doesn't carry their tools. Click on the screen to check places where Gidget might have put them. Okay, we're on the ground. Remember, kids, once the sun sets, work with a light to avoid straining your eyes. Who are you talking to? Oh, you silly crest, you. Can't you see the audience on the other side of the screen? Why are we fourth wall breaking? My desk. No office is ever complete without one, right? Coffee? I should come look here again after I found my notebook. I keep most of my important stuff in there, close to my side. Or at least I try to. Trash. I mean the trash can. With trash. I swear, Crest keeps putting it closer and closer to my side. I know I'm messy, but come on. Filled with all my books. Crest told me demanded that I buy this because they couldn't stand the books piling up on the floor and they kept tripping over them. Oh, there's something here. Notebook added to the inventory. Trusty notebook for holding clues. Check. With this, I can record all the clues I find and write important notes. Oh my god. I already think this is so cute. Gidget found their notebook. Try clicking the notebook icon and then by the right. You can check Gidget's notebook for important clues and record your process. Found items, clues, and testimonies we recorded inside the inventory menu. Alright, I'm gonna do that later. The door to the outside world. The door that begins each adventure. The door that... We get it already! Our clients sit here whenever they come. I love these couches. They're so comfy. Perfect for a nap whenever Crest isn't looking. Alright, time. It's time to... do. Really? Oh, come on! It's funny! She's cute. I swear to Frog, Crest gets enjoyment from seeing my squinty eyes whenever they open the blinds to wake me up. Yes, they're blinds, alright. Damn things let the sunlight enter and blind my poor eyes. Jesus Christ. Crest's desk is close to the window because Crest loves to bask in the sun, and also because less dust gathers over there. Crest's chair. It doesn't look very comfortable. They said they preferred it that way, though since a really comfy one would make them sleepy. Does Crest really secretly want to slack off? Better not say that out loud. Most of our precious memories. Crest gets embarrassed, but I know they really like them. I spotted them gazing at the pictures more than once. Okay. I don't remember. I'm stupid, and I don't remember what else we needed. A whole new world! A new fantastic point of view! What's that, Crest? Do you want to sing too? Shut up! No, I don't. That's when I get copyrighted. That's where the copyright comes in. Our drawers. We store several things over here. I also had to organize them today, so they're neat too. Well, what do we have here? Yay! I found the pencil. It's so cute. Pen added to the inventory. Blueberry ink pen for taking notes. Check. Anything else? Aha! This must be... I'm glad I didn't misplace them. Or try to, at least. Her gloves. Gloves added to the inventory. Gloves for avoiding leaving fingerprints and possibly touching dangerous substances with my bare hands. Check! Hooray! You got all the tools! You got 3 detective points! What are detective points? Well, I'm glad you asked. Gidget needs to collect detective points in order to solve the case and get the best possible outcomes. A low number of detective points may result in a bad ending, so be careful. How do you earn them? By questioning and investigating, just like a true detective. Bear in mind, though, that the amount of detective points you earn won't be shown to you from now on. You will have to wait until the end to find out your total amount. And last but certainly not least, I've got one final piece of information for you. You can end your investigation at any time by clicking on Crest. Good luck, detective. Oh, heck yeah. I already examined everything. Yeah, I've already examined everything. So we're gonna leave. Eureka! I'm ready now! Oh, I'm glad you managed to find your tools quickly. Of course! Who do you think I am? A very smart, yet very messy detective. Ugh, let's go. This is Lollyhop's Bakery. Afternoon. I like that it has a typewriter sound. Miss Lollyhops, are you okay? Wow, that's a lot of police tape. Seems that Croak and the other officers are quite busy for a while. Ah, Gidget dear, you're just in time. I just finished making some mini cakes. Mini cakes? Were her mittens stolen? What are you talking about, Gid? Croak told us the burglary less than an hour ago. She must be talking about no-bake mini cakes. That's right. She's shaking. I'd love to have some cakes, Miss Lollyhops. Do you also have that tea that you made me try last time? It was very good. Yes, of course. Please do come in. I'll go ahead and prepare everything. Why don't you wait for me upstairs? Sure thing, Miss Lollyhops. Let's go, Crest. Gid, I'm not sure if I should. Don't be ridiculous. You know Mrs. Lollyhops isn't like that. She never treated you differently for being a gecko. Why would she do that now? Okay. Thank you for waiting, dear. Wow, everything looks amazing. It actually looks cute. Ha! Flattery will get you nowhere, Gidget. I mean it, Miss Lollyhops. You've outdone yourself. I can't wait to devour this. I mean, can't wait to try these. I brought some sugar too, since I know you like to sweeten your tea as well. Oh, Mrs. Lollyhops. Jeez, do you have no self-control? I can't hear you. Ugh, what are you, 3? Nick's assistant, would you like a cup of tea? Oh, yes, that's very kind of you, Mrs. Lollyhops, thank you. Who are you, and what have you done with Crest? Ow, that hurt. Gidget, dear, is everything alright? Yes, everything is fantastic, such a good cake. Damn gecko, they kicked me down the table. Ahem. But more importantly, shall we get back to business, Mrs. Lollyhops? Would you tell us what happened? Ah, yes, I'm afraid this incident has left me very confused and I may not recall everything. I also know from the news that this isn't the first thievery this week. Even the police confirmed it when they came earlier. But I don't understand, who could possibly need a pair of mittens? They only have sentimental value, it's not something expansive. I even made sure to protect my door further with a wooden bar. Her hands are shaking. Miss Lollyhops, I would definitely catch the culprit. You have my word. Gidget, dear. And you don't have to worry about remembering everything exactly as it happened. No matter how small, any detail that comes to mind about the incident will be helpful. Well, alright. Okay, I'm sorry, Gidget, I'm afraid not. I only saw a bit of a shadow and... Yes? Well, I thought maybe my eyes were deceiving me from the shock, but it didn't look like a frog. Interesting. This. Thankfully, nothing else. But thanks to that awful thief, I couldn't take out my cookies in time and they got burnt. I just can't bake without my mittens. Oh, poor Mrs. Lollyhops. It'd be tricky for an old lady to grab a tray without mittens. Dish towels aren't as heat resistant. Well, nothing other than my kitchen being a mess, that nerve of a thief, I tell you. I don't understand where the mud came from either. It wasn't even raining at the time. This morning was pure sunshine. Where could the mud have come from? What happened? Let's see, I woke up around 4:30 a.m. as usual, and since I always like to do my baking very early, the silence helps me relax and strive for the baked goods that I sell to be as fresh as possible. I can definitely attest to that. Thank you, dear. Today I thought I'd make some homemade recipe of swamp cookies for the bakery's morning special. So I finished making a batch of them and put them in the oven. When I prepared to listen to Slippy's weather report, then when my cooking timer rang, I heard a noise downstairs. A different noise, not the cooking timer? That's right. I usually take the cooking timer with me, so I can control the timing of the bacon when I do other things. I see. Could you describe the noise you heard? It was supposed similar to rustling and perhaps sort of squelching? And the closer I got to the sounds, the louder they were. Of course, I thought it was odd. I even considered it to be the oven, so I went towards the noise and... Oh dear, it was awful! My beautiful, beautiful kitchen was ransacked and there was mud everywhere! I was so shocked that I screamed. And then I noticed someone leaving my kitchen from the window with my mittens, no less. Okay, so the culprit escaped from one of the windows downstairs. That's all, because that's all I got. Miss Lollyhop's testimony was added to the inventory. Miss Lollyhops, would you mind letting us look at the crime scene? Oh, not at all, dear. I thought you might want to, so I didn't clean anything even after the police left. Thank you so much, Miss Lollyhops. I'll be trying to quick as possible. I know it's not pleasant to have a messy home. Are you sure about that? Ooh, Crest, you know what I mean. Alright. Alright, it's mystery showtime. Gid, just remember not to rush, okay? I know you're very observant, but you can... Oh, excuse me. I know you're very observant, but you can also be a bit impatient sometimes. Search carefully. Ugh, yes, Mom. Let's do this, Gid. On it, partner. Investigation. At last, it's time to investigate. Move the cursor to the inspect places that look suspicious. Once you think you're done inspecting every nook and cranny, talk to Crest to let them know you're done. In fact, you could even tell them right now, but why would you do that? Unless... I'm gonna save real quick, because I want to tell them right now. You know what? I think investigating here won't be necessary, Crest. What? Oh. I was just gonna leave, but I'm not gonna do that. The bread rack seems to be okay, thankfully. It doesn't seem like the culprit messed with this. Oh, it's a dirty handprint! It's rather big, don't you think? Yes, and it doesn't seem to have webbed fingers. Interesting. Dirty handprint, add to the notebook. Yikes, that's a lot of muddy footprints. Ugh, you said it. It actually looks and smells like garbage from up close. Why the heck is it so slimy? Gross. Crest, do you have a handkerchief? We could take a sample. Thank Frogness you didn't touch it directly. Here you go. Ew. Gross. Sample of slimy mud was added to the inventory. That will do it. Thanks, partner. I'm surprised you didn't use your gloves anyway. Well, I wouldn't mind if it's a little dirt, but this slimy mud could ruin them. And those gloves were a present after all. Croak would be beet red if he heard you say that, and probably croaking nonstop. Still, these footprints also seem rather big to be from a frog's. Muddy footprints add to the notebook. Heck yeah. Not much of a difference from the floor, huh? There has a lot of mud, too. Well, at least there's less mud here. Still gross, though. Hang in there, Crest. We won't take long. Anyway, from the looks of it, it seems the culprit really escaped from here. This slimy mud, could it have come from a swamp? Ooh, this is where the customers pay. Can be such a long line sometimes. Well, I have to give it to Mrs. Lollyhops. Who would have thought her morning special would be incentive enough for you to wake up early? That's right. Be proud of me. If only you didn't fall back asleep after eating your breakfast. Well, at least I wake up when clients come to the office. Ugh, 5 minutes before, you mean? Shut it, Gecko. I'm also awake whenever Croaky comes to visit. That's not exactly a hard accomplishment, but oh well, you win some, you lose some. Ugh, I knew I was your favorite boss. Gid, you're my only boss. Details. Oh, and speaking of, it seems the cash register wasn't used today. Well, I can imagine Mrs. Lollyhops has been robbed this morning after all, so she probably closed the shop for today. Ah, yes, that too. But I'm talking about the culprit. It seems they didn't steal any money, so this wasn't a regular thief. Oh, you're right. Cash register full of money was added to the notebook. Oh no! What? What is it? Did you find something bad? Dreadful! Horrible! The swamp cookies are completely burnt! Why are you looking at me like that? It is bad news. You're not gonna intimidate me with that stare, I tell you. Okay, fine, the cookies themselves aren't that relevant. You're right, Gid. I knew you were a very capable detective who doesn't get distracted by trivial nonsense. Yeah, well, it's a shame that I couldn't try the morning special, but at least I got... Don't you dare finish that sentence. A piece of cake! Ugh, bad puns, my worst enemy. I thought your worst enemy was messiness and dirt. Yes, which is exactly why I want to get out of here as quickly as possible before I actually start cleaning myself. Ugh, you and your germophobia. But wait, even if Miss Lollihops got her mitten stolen, couldn't she have just used this towel or turned off the oven? Dish towels aren't very heat resistant. She probably would have burned her hand if she tried that. Besides, with the whole burglary incident, I imagine she must have been feeling quite panicked. So she probably forgot to turn the stove off. One of the cups is broken. I hope Mrs. Lollihops didn't step on it. Oh, are you worried, Crest? No. It's just, well, okay, maybe I am. She's an old lady who lives alone. How can I not be concerned? Ugh, don't worry, partner. From what I could tell, she was walking normally and also wearing boots, so I don't think her feet got hurt. That's good then. Although, I wonder why Mrs. Lollihops didn't mention any crashing sounds. Was this really during the incident? Wouldn't a broken cup normally be on the floor? Maybe Miss Lollipops put it herself put it away so that nobody would step on it. But keep yawning and I'm not meaning to. But didn't she say she didn't touch anything to preserve the crime scene? I'll have to keep this in mind. I would like the morning special, please, with extra icing. And I would like $1 million. Actually, so would I. Wait, really? Imagine all the sweets I could buy, all the restaurants I could visit. Ugh, why am I not surprised? As if you're any better, you'd probably spend a lot buying the best cleaning supplies you could get your hands on. What? No, I would... Okay, yeah, that's fair. Gotcha. I think that's all I can investigate. I think that's it. So... yeah, I think that's it. Alright, we're done here. Yeah, I don't think there's anything left. Way to go, partner. Let's investigate somewhere else now. Miss Lollihops, thank you for letting us investigate the crime scene. And of course for inviting us to that wonderful afternoon tea. Oh, it was my pleasure, Gidget. Were you able to find anything in your investigation? Sure did. This is why we must bid you farewell for now. I'm afraid this case isn't so simple and we'll need to investigate other areas. Oh dear, please be careful. I wouldn't want you to be hurt. Don't worry, Miss Lollihops. Gidget is a bit reckless sometimes, but she is a great detective. And I'll be right by her side in case anything happens. That was meant for you too, Cresty dear. Take care of yourself now, you hear me? Yes, thank you too. Take care of yourself too, Miss Lollihops. Oh no, what's this? The gecko feeling embarrassed? What? I'm no... Oh, shut up, Kermit. Let's go. Just call him Kermit. Hoppity Town evening. Alright, it's time to interview some people too. Oh, you've gotta be joking now. Rain? I thought frogs loved rain. Well, I don't mind it. As long as it doesn't hinder my investigation, that is. Ugh. Can't be helped. Wait here under the roof. I'll get us a leaf umbrella. Wait, but you'll get wet! I can always change once I'm at the office. Besides, haven't I told you before, we crested geckos come from the rainforest? Plus, we're really fast climbers. Oh, now that you mention it, I bet they like rain because it makes them feel clean. Also, what's with the random trivia? Okay, stay here, Gid. Seriously, don't do anything until I come back. Jeez, doubtful much? Oh, I trust you alright, but I also know you can be reckless sometimes. Ugh. Well, I can't deny that. Just wait for me, okay? Fine. Might as well put together the clues I gathered today. I'm also gonna clues check. Okay, I need to grab water in the meantime. I really needed water. Let's start with what Mrs. Lollyhops told us. Miss Lollyhops woke up very early to make her batch for homemade swamp cookies. She then put them in the oven and decided to wait until while listening to the froggy news. Once the radio show ended, she heard something strange. What was it? Well, she did hear the cooking timer, but that wasn't what was strange. Oh, that's right, I fucked up. That's right, it was the rustling and squelching sound which she thought was strange. Miss Lollyhops considered the oven might have broken, so she decided to check it out. After hearing the noise, Miss Lollyhops went downstairs to her bakery, only to find it ransacked and full of mud. She also noticed she had been robbed. What was it that was stolen? Her mittens. That's right, only her mittens were stolen. She even saw the thief's shadow carrying the mittens. So with the mittens on hand, the thief escaped through one of the bakery's windows. Miss Lollyhops couldn't make out the face, but she did mention something about the culprit's appearance. What was it? The thief didn't look like a frog. Ah! Hello! Welcome in, thank you for the raid. And thank you. Hello, Ace. Welcome in. That's right. Miss Lollyhops pointed out that the thief's silhouette didn't seem like a frog's. Golly! Hello. Welcome in. If it wasn't a frog, what could it have been? Then again, Miss Lollyhops could also have been mistaken, but is that really the case? Guess that leaves the crime scene. What do the clues tell me? The oven still had cookies in it. The culprit didn't attempt to steal them, so they were looking to steal food or figure out a secret recipe. There was a broken cup on one of the shelves, but what's odd is that Miss Lollyhops didn't mention anything like that. It must have happened after the incident. A crashing sound is way more noticeable than a rustling sound after all. When we looked at the cash register, all the money was there. You'd think a burglar wouldn't miss the chance to steal money, but for some reason, only the mittens were stolen. The floor had a lot of muddy footprints, which were too big to be a frog's. So this confirms what Miss Lollyhops said about the silhouette that she saw escaping from the window. The menu was normal, and nothing really stood out, only my cravings for sweets. The dirty handprint that we found on the glass display didn't have webbed fingers, so It really couldn't have been a frog. But then, what kind of creature was it? Was it even an amphibian or something else? The bread rack was untouched, and it didn't seem like the culprit messed with it. Ugh. Crest sure has taken their sweet time. One second, I just noticed something. There we go. Are they making the leaf umbrella from scratch or something? Ah! Gidget, is that you? Huh? Croaky, what are you doing here? He has a leaf umbrella. I could ask you the same thing. Weren't you private investigators, investigating? Impressive choice of words, officer. It's the meaning that counts. I'm just pulling your leg. Yes, actually we were, but... The rain? Yes, the rain. What about you? We've been pretty busy. Pretty busy. Like I told you this morning, there have been a number of thieveries lately. I am doing good. My thing is a little bit behind. I'm just gonna type in chat instead. We really can't catch a break. And this damn rain actually made us lose an important lead. Ugh, tell me about it. Can't you share anything with me? We could help each other out. Please, Croaky. Ugh, I'm sorry, Gid. You know how much I appreciate you, but we're not kids anymore. I can't just go revealing private information to someone that's not in the force. It's against the law. Ugh, yeah, I guess you were always like this, more proper than formality itself. But you wouldn't be Croaky if you weren't like that, and like as you are. Huh? What like me, you say? What's that white thing in the hem of his pants? Gidget, what are you... Oh, sorry, I thought I saw something. It was probably just a reflection of light. Mysterious white item was secretly added to the inventory. I should check what that thing is later in my inventory. This game looks cute. It's adorable.